Hey Strikers, this is SF and it's the final stage of Tignnos, and the whole team is going to be Ettikas. The safest and most stable team is 4 Ettikas. You don't need other Hatcher monsters or other sacred beasts, hunters or whatever. So all the Ettikas that you have, and let's go. So technically you can max luck this relatively easily if you max luck Ettika first, but if you didn't, then you know, some people don't even want to max luck this because it's a pain in the butt. Like, the final stage is not a pain in the butt, it's just that farming the most OP monster, which is Ettika, is a pain in the butt. Like, I think Ettika's last stage is worse than this. So basically this stage is all about putting down the blocks and putting up the blocks. All the skull effects will either put down the blocks if they're up or put blocks up if they're down. And you gotta clear off those pots up top because those pots will heal everybody's HP. So the first stage is clear off one of the skulls, one of the axe guys first, and you'll drop down the blocks to clear off one of the pots. That pot will raise up the blocks, and then you clear off the second axe guy to put down the blocks, and then you clear off the final pot. So if you play Kushina Kai, then it's basically the same thing. Just gotta be mindful of if the blocks are up or down and stuff like that. First stage is not that bad, just go up and down for the most part. Second bar is a little bit tougher just because of that blue axe guy in the middle. Usually those light ones, the light secret beasts, are really easy to clear because Ettika is a dark monster. Like 4 or 5 bounces will be enough, but the blue guy needs at least 6 or 7, and you gotta either utilize the blocks on his sides or hit him at the top of his head and bounce off like that. But after you clear off all the guys with the cross skulls, then the blocks will drop down, and then you have free reign onto the pots and the other zombies. Make sure you clear all those zombies before their left counter because those are one shots. Okay, you can just clear them one by one or clear them two at the same time. Okay, next, second Ettika. And there goes that pot. The pots heal around 50% HP of the mobs. I'm not totally sure about the actual boss themselves. I don't think it's 50% of the boss's HP. It's about, I don't know, a few 100,000. Okay, boss time. And there are 2 ways of doing this, I guess. One, if you're positioned on the bottom of Tignnos, then you can just do that and pinch. If not, then you gotta clear out the axe guys, which will put down the blocks, and you can use that time to clear out Tignnos. And if you accidentally clear out both of the axes and the blocks will be up during afterwards, then Tignnos will revive one of the axe guys for you to put down the blocks. Just make sure you clear it before the bottom left counter. Okay, next stage, Tignnos number 2, mini boss. And this one's a little bit tricky. Just because you're gonna need some time to actually clear all these mobs together, and there's a pot there. So the most recommended way is to clear off the bottom left axe guy and the zombie together on the bottom left side, and then that of course will put out the block to make the pot free for damage. And after that, you clear off that top right side. Ouch, that was not great, but whatever. At least clear out the pot. It's just that because Tignnos will always revive the top right axe guy, so clearing the bottom left is the first priority because he won't be revived. Okay, there goes the pot, and I gotta clear off that axe guy on the top right. Boom, good. Okay, next is, I don't know which Ettika it is, but I am going to finish off that zombie if I could. I wanted to clear out that zombie first because next turn is going to be his one shot. So just not take any chances and just go clear off that zombie. And after that, you have full, free reign onto Tignnos. His one shot is on the bottom left counter, so there's no point of clearing the axe guy. And technically, you don't want to clear out the axe guy for his skull effect, because it will just put the blocks under Tignnos upwards. 2 turns. It is getting sketchy, so I'm gonna strike shot here, which is just a piercing strike shot, and deal damage and clean up Tignnos that way. Like, there's no specific places where you just strike shot, so if you're in a trouble or in a pinch, then just strike shot to move past the stage. Okay, boss time. First off, clear off the pot first. That's standard. And Tignnos on this stage has very low HP, so I suggest just go ham onto Tignnos. Just go ham. Don't even worry about the mobs, because you'll most likely clear him in 2 or 3 turns. Oh, that is sad. But even so, there are places where you can just hit Tignnos, because he's not fully under the blocks, even if they're up. So you can use bump combos or just direct hits to deal damage that way. The thing you have to worry most about Tignnos is the top right counter, and that is a max HP reduction. So it will reduce your max HP by whatever amount it hits you. Usually if he's in range, then you'll deal more than usual. And that will reduce your max HP, but it will revive. It will go back to normal once you move on to the next stage. Now this stage, Tignnos will move upward. There are ways to disrupt it. One is to hit his trigger over, and if you hit his HP trigger, then he won't move. He basically stays there and becomes Rage Tignnos. So let's put him over the trigger. I didn't want to clear off the axe guy because, you know, that will put the blocks up, and then the blocks will be up when he turns rage, and he won't move on to the top side of the map. Okay, now he's in range mode, so let's just deal damage onto Tignnos. And let's just forget about the axe guy. Okay, that stage relatively easy. Okay, third stage. And you gotta clear off all these guys first. And like the second stage of this dungeon, the blue mob is the hardest. So although this one he's really near to the wall, or you go left and right on the blocks, so that's always easy. It's a little bit easier than the second stage, but you gotta clear them off. I'm just gonna clear off the blue one first because he's the most annoying. And clear off that right axe guy. And there we go. And that will drop the blocks. And there's... Now, Tignnos will be reviving these monsters as well. So, make sure you don't clear them, because that will put the blocks up again. And then, you know, then you have to wait a full round of his revive. Okay, the zombie gets revived. You kind of hope for the blue one, but you know, either way, I'm not gonna clear off that zombie because that's really bad. And just go up and down. Good. I kind of want to put him over the trigger because next attack, he's gonna have his HP trigger. There we go. The good part is that he won't keep on using that max HP, I think. So it will only decrease your max HP once per stage. Okay. Well, once per HP trigger bar. So before HP trigger there's one time, and then after HP trigger there's another time. Okay, there goes that. There goes that second last stage, and the last one. It's a doozy. Just because you gotta clear out the pots, clear off one pot, and then that will put up the blocks. And after the blocks goes up, Then you gotta clear off another one. Clear off another mob to put the blocks down. And blocks are down. Over the pot. So gotta clear off the pot for that last one. Okay, that's good. That is perfect. And that will put the blocks under Tignnos downwards, and then basically deal damage. Just go strike shot if you want. I made the silly mistake of actually doing that. That was a bad mistake, but he does revive on this turn, so I can clear off the axe guy there. Normally you would just strike shot because you have that boot and the sword on Ettika. But either way, clear off all the mobs and strike shot if you need be, and just deal damage. I have all 4 strike shots, so you can just do it. Just do it. Nice, not bad. And there's the HP trigger. And clear Tignnos before his one shot on the bottom left. Deal all the damages. And last but not least, third Ettika. So, like I said, it's not that bad. Of course, if you get in a really bad position, then it does become really awkward. But you do have a lot of time. Just stay calm and clear off the mobs in general. And keep in mind, if you clear off one minion, then which blocks go up and which blocks go down. And know all the block positions. But if you run enough times, then you'll remember it naturally. But that's pretty much it from me. I hope you guys like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.